In 1996, a college student vanished after a party. For 26 years, her family waited for answers. The police had a suspect, but no proof. The case went cold. Then, a podcast host started asking questions, and what he uncovered would finally bring a killer to justice. It was Memorial Day weekend, 1996. Kristin Smart, a 19-year-old freshman at California Polytechnic State University, went to an off-campus party. She was bright, full of life, and just starting her adult life. Around 2 a.m., two students found Kristin passed out on a neighbor's lawn. They decided to help her walk back to her dorm room. On the way, another student joined them. His name was Paul Flores. Flores lived in a dorm near Kristin's. He told the other two students, "I'll get her home safely." They trusted him. It was the last time anyone ever saw Kristin Smart. When police questioned Flores, he said he walked with Kristin to his dorm, then let her walk the rest of the way alone. But Kristin never made it to her room. She was gone. The university police waited a week to report Kristin missing. They thought she went on a trip. Her family knew something was wrong. But the delay was critical. Evidence was lost. The trail went cold. For years, police and volunteers searched. They used horses and even ground-penetrating radar, but they found nothing. Kristin's body was never found. Paul Flores was always the main suspect. But with no body and no evidence, police couldn't make an arrest. For 26 years, the case remained unsolved. For Kristin's family, it was a nightmare with no end. The podcast that changed everything. Then, in 2019, everything changed. A musician and journalist named Chris Lambert started a podcast. He called it Your Own Backyard. He wanted to tell Kristin's story. He wanted to find answers. The podcast was a huge success. Millions of people listened. It brought new attention to the case. And soon, new witnesses started coming forward. People who were afraid to talk in 1996 were now ready to speak. The podcast uncovered new information. It pointed the finger directly at Paul Flores. The police had to reopen the case. The pressure was on. The breakthrough. In 2021, investigators got a search warrant for the home of Ruben Flores, Paul's father. They brought cadaver dogs and ground-penetrating radar, and under the deck of the house, they found something. Biological evidence. It showed that a body had been buried there, and then it had been moved. On April 13, 2021, police arrested Paul Flores for the murder of Kristin Smart. They also arrested his father, Ruben, for helping to hide the body. Justice for Kristin. The trial began in July 2022. It was a difficult case. There was still no body, but there was a mountain of evidence from the past 26 years. On October 18, 2022, the jury reached a verdict. Paul Flores was found guilty of first-degree murder. After 26 long years, Kristin's family finally had justice. His father, Ruben, was found not guilty. Many believe he got away with helping his son cover up the crime. In March 2023, Paul Flores was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. At the sentencing, Kristin's mother, Denise, spoke. She said, "Kristin should be here today. The world is a better place without Paul Flores in it." Conclusion. Kristin Smart's body has never been found, but her story changed the law. The Kristin Smart Campus Security Act now requires colleges to report missing students immediately. And her case proves that even after 26 years, justice can be found. It shows that one person with a microphone and a desire for the truth can make a difference. The vault is closed on the case of Paul Flores, but the search for Kristin continues.